Ladies and gentlemen, I've been persuaded by Rosie Miller to say a tiny word before I risk going across the other side of the line. But I just want to say that I'm so pleased and grateful to all of you that you've been able to join this gathering, which I felt was rather important, because it seems to me that so often we fragment the way we look at life too often. And one of the things I've always felt was intriguing about my great-great-great-grandfather, Prince Albert, when he created the Albertopolis round here, was that he felt so strongly about the arts and sciences operating in harmony together. And I think since those days we've tended to split all these things up and only think about things in separate compartments. So the fact that you've all come together to discuss what I think is a very important aspect of our lives, particularly in terms of developing the real potential and the skills that lie in so many people, but which are so often undiscovered and unreleased, which is one of the things I've been trying to do for the last 42 years through the Prince's Trust and also through my teaching institute and Children for the Arts, which I set up some years ago again to try and address this huge gap. But I think the other thing, apart from the joy of all the arts, really, and I try to paint very badly in watercolors, it's a very good discipline, makes you look, and I think half the problem nowadays is that not enough people are encouraged to observe and really look. My grandmother used to encourage me to look. I remember her taking me to the Royal Opera House at the age of 7, and I've never forgotten seeing the Bolshoi Ballet perform, cracking whips, Tartar dances, Cossacks, every kind of thing. I can't tell you, age 7. As a result, I've had a passion about the Royal Opera House, and it's extraordinary. And I know that so many actors and actresses and musicians and others are there because they've had for either a grandmother or a mother or father or teacher, very often it's the teachers at schools, who've inspired them to take an interest. And as a result, we in this country have a fantastic reputation as a country through its creative industries. We don't realize enough, I don't think, how much those creative industries contribute to our whole economy. And if you're thinking just in purely economic terms, it's worthwhile. But also in terms of, as Lord Roger and others have been saying, in terms of developing the whole person and having a real understanding about life. The arts and the creative side are vital. So, of course, our engineering skills, all these things, but we mustn't see things in separate compartments. So I hope that as a result of everybody coming together today, we might be able to understand the need that we have in this country to ensure these things are joined up and operating in harmony. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.